I'm Mrs. Faith Shumba. I teach at St. John's High School. I'm the patron for quiz. I'm very glad to stand in front of you here to give you a brief background of our quiz team. When we went to SA last year, it was our first time to enter the NSQC competition. We had a strong team then. The team captain, David Mhlovu, got 4 A stars in his final result. He was good, but unfortunately our team was knocked out in the quarterfinals. Then this year we left our school on the 28th of November. We traveled well. We had problems at the border, but fortunately we thank God because we managed to succeed. Then we crossed over to South Africa. When we got to South Africa on Wednesday, we were welcomed. We enjoyed our stay there. On Thursday, we had to go to Gold Reef so that students could enjoy themselves there. We had such a nice time there on different types of rides. They enjoyed, especially the Anaconda. It was scary, but I know that they enjoyed. Then on Friday, we started preparing for the competition. They practiced using Book of African Records as well as Googling using the internet. Then on Friday, that's when they chose the groups in which they would be. They divided our teams into two, since it's 10 students. There were supposed to be 4 students in a team. So we divided our students into 2 teams, Team A and Team B. Team A, which was the main team, and Team B, which was the junior team. It had juniors. Then from there, our Team B was in Group H, and our Team A was in Group G. Then competition started on Sunday. Our Team A managed to get into the quarterfinals. Then our Team B, since they were juniors, most of the questions that we asked they were for advanced level, but at least they did well because they got 50. So the cut-off point was 60 marks. So at least if they got one question correct, they were going to also qualify for the quarterfinals. So our Team A had 60 marks. They qualified for the quarterfinals. Then from there, they got into the semifinals, but they were supposed to enter a second round because there was a tie. They only wanted the top 8 teams, so they were actually top 9 schools, and St. John's was amongst the top 9 schools. So they were supposed to enter a sudden death competition again. We excelled in the sudden death. We had it was which schools were there? There was Prince Edward. There was also St. Ignatius and Marist Inyanga. So we managed to excel in the sudden death, and we got into the finals. So when we were preparing for the finals, we were told that one of the questions that we answered was disqualified because the answer that was there, people had grievances about the answer. So they removed 10 marks from our points, so that at the end of the day, they were telling us that we are supposed again to enter into another sudden death competition because all the teams were now at par. From there, when we entered the sudden death, we excelled. We did very good, such that we automatically entered into the finals. St. John's, St. Ignatius, Marist Inyanga, and Goromonzi. The 4th school was Goromonzi. So the competition was tough, but surprisingly, we thank God because our students got almost all the questions correctly. There were 12 questions, but they got 10 out of 12. Then for Marist Inyanga, the former champions, they got only 4 out of 12. St. Goromonzi got only 3. Then St. Ignatius also got 4. So we were champions for real. St. John's is the best. Was Zambia and South Africa. Botswana was supposed to come, but it didn't feature. So Zambia had 3 schools. Then South Africa, there were 12 schools. The rest were Zimbabwean schools. So there were more Zimbabwean schools compared to South Africa. And in each category, Zimbabwean schools excelled. So they were the only South African school that was better was Leap Pretoria, because it managed to be in the top 8. 7 Zimbabwean schools and only 1 South African school, showing that in Zimbabwe we have intelligentsias. Then they actually qualified to go to the finals, so there were 4 Zimbabwean schools again in the finals. So I know South Africans were disappointed because it was their competition, but it was being reigned by Zimbabweans. Okay, we got a floating trophy. That big trophy, it is so heavy. Then 850,000 rand, it goes to scholarships. The team is supposed to go and learn at PSN Institute of Higher Education. They are supposed to choose courses of their own. Then they are going to learn for free, because that 850,000 rand is supposed to cover for their fees. Then the 15,000 rand is for the school, just to thank the school for supporting the competition.
My name is Shepard Mujuru. I teach physics at St. John's. I'm also the male TIC for the Quiz Club. We are champions of the 2017 Regional National School Quiz Championship. That was held last week in South Africa at the Pearson Institute. The biggest thing that maybe happened there is the exposure to our students. Was we got to have 2 teams in there, senior team and the junior team. Challenging the questions, it made us how wide we are supposed to read our stuff. Not just whereby we do our syllabus thing in class and then we are done. But we need to spread our wings as far as we can, as far as possible. So our junior team didn't try to do well as the senior team. Of course it was a junior team. So the questions were much harder for them than for the senior team. But our senior team, they came from the underdogs to the favorites. For us to qualify to each round, we happen to have the lowest of the marks. Each round we have the school with the lowest of the marks. And also even the crowd there, they didn't want to favor us most. When they asked it which school they told them in the finals, nobody said St. John's. It was more of Marist, St. Ignatius, somewhere there, and they'll be in the finals, and probably they will again take the trophy, especially for Marist. They were supposed to defend their trophy. But to our surprise, and also to my surprise, the unthinkable happened. The most unthinkable thing then came. And, wow, I was seated there in the boat, commenting on the answers and seeing how my boys were doing. I couldn't believe myself. It was so much into me. I wanted to jump. I don't know how to jump and how I should jump. I was just there when even Ian asked me how I am feeling. I couldn't even explain it. I don't even know. Until now, I can't even explain. I even asked my driver, are we dreaming or not? Are we asleep or not? But I was afraid that if I wake up, I don't have a trophy. Right? But now, it was us there. Considering also that our last year team was even a better strong team than this year's team. So even us going there, we just went for the participation. And the motto that I think, or what I've learned from every competition, I think if you just go for participation, the results will come out. Don't try to aim to win. Because if you want to win, you end up doing some unorthodox means to win. Because in the running up to the final round, there were so many things that were said about us. Some people going to change the marks, and we are told to go into a certain date. Again, we come and win certain date. Twice our school was in certain date. And also, the most unfortunate thing that also happened there, when we were supposed to go to certain date for the final round, our boys got stuck in an elevator. And we had to wait for about an hour and a half for the elevator technician to come and rescue our boys. But our boys were very resilient. Even when they were in the elevator, they managed to keep on studying. They would just study in there. They could be talking, they just asking, are you still there? Is someone coming for us? But if you listen, they'll be studying with their phones, with the internet all along. And when their data ran out, I even gave them my phone so that they can continue to study. And when they came out, we went for the tie-breaker at certain date. And wow, it was something else. And also on the first question, I remember it was the picture of a bridge. And we were supposed to name the bridge. Everyone named sort of an exotic bridge. And people, in our guys, they said it was a bright bridge. In the crowd, they booed them. But when the answers were out, wow, was the main bridge, and everybody clapped in. And from there, it was early on. I think out of 120, we got 130 marks. We only missed one person. But the rest are, okay, I give glory to God for everything. It was not by our strength, but by the grace of God that we managed to go through and go to the finals and win the trophy and win prize money. Now we are looking forward to go to the World Series in America next year. We hope we are going to put the same, we're going to participate. We're going to participate. The result will be something else, but we are going there to participate.
I'm Victor Manyerike. I was the 4th member of the St. John's Emerald Hill team to compete at NSQC. And honestly, after winning, I think we are just elated, excited, amazed, especially considering this is like most of our last years at St. John's. So, we finished with a bang. So I don't think there's anything else I could really say, but wow.
My name is Tanasko Mafumu. I was part of the 3 people representing St. John's High. The experience was great, going to another country to compete, representing not just your school, but the country in itself. It was amazing. It was great. There was exposure, seeing other schools, getting to know other people, their education systems, and all of that. And we had some good moments and not so good moments. For example, the 4 of us, we got stuck in an elevator for about 2 hours. Yeah, it was an experience, but none of us panicked. We were calm, and on that day we were competing. And then it's almost like an amazing movie storyline, how we were stuck in an elevator. Someone had to go and almost break the doors of the elevator. We went into the auditorium where there was the competition. Then we had to go into a sudden death with, I think, 4 of the best schools that could ever represent this country for the quiz. Then we beat them. Then we entered the top 4, and we beat them again. No one was expecting us to win, but we did, and I'm happy.
Hello, I'm Sipo Sengo Sisho, and I'm also part of the 3 people representing our school. This experience was quite fun. Although we were there last year, but this was a completely different experience, even though, yes, we were at the same place. And the competition was fun. We got to mix with different people from different cultures, different schools, different backgrounds, nationalities, and it was quite fun getting to connect with people, making new relationships. The quiz itself was kind of fun. It was definitely fun with the new quiz master and all, and the challenging questions. Sitting in the audience, all the questions that are being asked to the other schools seem easy, but then when you're up there in front of the cameras, you can seem to forget most or everything that you know. And sometimes the audience can laugh at your answers. Then you might think they're wrong, but it turns out they were correct. Yeah, so the quiz was fun. Well, after we won the finals, we didn't really know what to feel because it's a big thing and we were expecting it, but we were competing with the best in Zimbabwe and we were the only day school out there. So yeah, these people were really prepared, probably more prepared than us, but I guess God was on our side in this final round.
Hi, I'm Anio Chidawose. I was the team captain for the St. John's quiz team in 2017. And looking back, I remember the first time Ian came here talking to us about NSQC. He was asking us all these different questions about countries, their presidents and stuff. And I remember getting most of those questions wrong. But this year was different. This year we were prepared. I remember answering most of the questions they were asking us correctly, but we were still viewed as underdogs. But then throughout all this, we managed to stay in the competition and ended up in the final. Then we came out on top, which shocked us and other people as well, which was quite a great experience. And sadly, this is our last year competing for NSQC, and we hope all juniors will be able to do the same thing that we did.
I'm Natasha Charuma. I'm a student here at St. John's Emerald Hill, Harare, Zimbabwe. I enjoyed the trip to South Africa. First of all, it was my first time in South Africa, so the whole bus ride and everything was just exciting. And it was like breathing new air and the buildings, everything. It was amazing. And then when we got to NSQ, it was a SADC competition, so we had Zambia, South Africa, and Zimbabwe. So meeting people from all over, from Zambia, making new friends, everything, and just the feel of it was just amazing. And my highlight, the breakfast show, the live breakfast show was just amazing. We had games and everything just to loosen us up, and we had dancing, and then we had a movie night, which was amazing. We watched Gifted, an amazing movie, inspirational movie, encouraging movie, and what else? And the winning, of course, the winning is just I left that out, but it was exciting, unexpected. We were just jumping up and down the whole time. From the first time the boys got the first category correct, we were just up dancing and cheering them on. It was just amazing, and this has been life-changing. I want to go. I can't wait for next year. I can't wait to go back again, and hopefully we'll bring the trophy back again.
Hi, I'm Yolanda Chiparoshi here at St. John's. I enjoyed this trip so much. It is a new experience for me. I liked the unity that the team had, and most importantly, we were putting God first in all of our endeavors. And I pray that next year when we go back to defend our title, the trophy comes back here. But if it doesn't, it is a learning experience, and I am glad, and I give God all the thanks in the world. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Vidit Katutu here at St. John's. I'm very glad to have gone to NSQC, the SADC Region Championships. They were really amazing. I mean, I learned a lot of things. I met different new people, and I'm glad to say Sabona, which is one of the things I learned there in South Africa. I met a lot of South African friends, and this was my first time at NSQC. It was amazing, life transforming, and I met different people with different cultures, and it was really amazing how the school remained united and all. And the best part for me was the breakfast show, the drink a lot that we had. I won the competition. it was so exciting. I really enjoyed that. And then the cherry of the cake, we won. I mean, that was the most amazing experience ever. I mean, everyone was just so excited, was so united, you know, especially because most people thought of us as that silent school, and just came to bam, like, yeah, there we go, St. John's is the best. So yeah, I was so happy, so excited. I mean, SA, we can't wait for next year, although yeah, competition is a bit tough, but yeah, we know we'll be able to pull through. Thank you.
I'm Tawuya Mavima, a Form 1 student at St. John's High School. I was probably the youngest in the team, so I knew a little about the whole trip, and it was my first time in SA. But I had a good time though. I got to interact with many people, socialize with many people from other countries, and learn a little bit of other new languages. The fact that it was my first time at St. John's and Form 1 and won the title made me courageous that I will be able to defend the title as well in 2 years' time when I'm more mature. But it was a great experience. I was shocked when we won the title, because I never thought that we were gonna win, because we were at the least points and we were the underdog. But yeah, it was a great experience. I really enjoyed the trip.
For these and other stories, visit our website www.263chat.com. Follow us on Twitter @263chat and like our Facebook page 263chat.